there friends, Rebecca here, the Dragon Librarian from Farmington Community Library, and I'm here with one of my other brand new dragons named Topaz. He is one of my 2 new dragons that I just got when I was on my overseas journeys to Zanzibar at the dragon markets, and happened to hatch him recently. So you will be seeing lots more of him in the coming months as we talk about absolutely fantastic books. And I'm really hyped to talk to you about these books today because they are all books by the same author. It is an author that I absolutely love. I've been reading a ton of her work lately. Everything she's written so far I'm absolutely obsessed with, and she's actually a candidate for my one of my top 5 favorite authors ever, which if you know me, you know that is a very big deal. I like to keep 5 contemporary authors that are my favorites, and I had a spot recently open up because for me, to be an author that is one of my top 5 favorites, that means that I have to not only love your work, like it has to mean a lot to me, but you also have to have a stellar character as well. Like I cannot be putting on a pedestal these authors that are with suspect red flag behavior, which is why I had to open up a spot recently. So I have one spot. Rachel Harrison is a very serious contender for this 5th spot, which is one of the reasons why I've been reading all her work lately. Love her work, and it's perfect to be reading at this time of year because we are just deep into spooky season, right? It's mid-October. Even though it's still kind of warm out here in Michigan, it feels really weird. It's fine. It's all good. Spooky season is upon us despite the weather, and we are here for it. So, Rachel Harrison is who I am talking about today. And I want to talk about 2 books in particular. The Return by Rachel Harrison, and this is actually her first book, and her very newest book, Play Nice. So we're going to talk about her very first book and her very latest book. This one just came out last month. So I did a video, I think it was last fall, maybe it was the fall before, I don't remember, talking about some of her other books because I'm just obsessed with her, honestly. She is just such a cool human being. I love her so much. But the thing that drew me into her writing in the first place is the fact that she is not only a horror writer, but she is a feminist horror writer, which means that all of her books are not only scary, but they are tackling really interesting ideas about feminism and femininity and women and friendships between women and relationships between women and, you know, the patriarchy and stuff like that. And if that's a thing that you're really interested in, I think you will absolutely love her writing. So she's got a few other books, the ones I'm not going to be talking about today. She's got Cackle, which is a really popular book that you may have heard of. That one is about witches. Such Sharp Teeth, it's about werewolves. That one's my personal favorite, just saying. So Thirsty is one about vampires. And then she's got another one called Black Sheep, which is about satanic cults. She just writes about whatever she wants to, and I'm here for it. These 2... This one is a haunted house, which you can probably get that vibe from the cover. And then this one is sort of like a changeling sort of monster story, which is very interesting. So I want to talk about this one first, The Return. This is her first work, and it's interesting because it was one of the last books of hers that I read. I didn't start with this book. I started with some of her more recent stuff. So this book is about female friendships, predominantly, and the weight that we give them, the importance of them to each other and to the world. And it's about a woman named Elise who is in this friend group with 3 other women, one of them being a woman named Julie. And her and Elise are best friends in this friend group. Well, Julie goes missing. She's hiking in the woods and she's gone. For 2 years, she's gone. Everybody thinks she's dead. There's a funeral for her. Everybody thinks she's dead except for Elise. Elise just feels that she is still alive and she will not give up hope. 2 years to the day that Julie has disappeared, she returns. And she comes back, and after she's, been back for a little while, Elise and the other 2 friends and Julie decide to go on this, they go to this hotel together to, have a weekend together and catch up. And because Julie doesn't remember what happened to her. She was gone for 2 years, comes back. Nobody knows what happened. And the friends are hoping that maybe they'll, things will get back to normal with their friendship and maybe Julie will remember something or tell them what happened. But things are very, very weird when they get to this place. Julie is acting so strange, completely different than how she used to be. really, really weird stuff, like eating raw meat and like snapping at things and bringing up things that she never really would. And the friends are like, you know, trying to, you know, be gracious about it and be like, all right, well, she was gone for 2 years. Who knows what happened to her? She probably dealt with all this trauma. But Elise knows there's something wrong, very, very wrong here. And that what came back may not have been Julie. Who I will say that Rachel Harrison's books tend to be, in my opinion, less scary than some other horror books that I've read. It's more on the feminist ideas and lighter on the horror. So I'm not normally like really scared when I read her books. Yes, she's writing about monsters and scary situations, but it's always like with this lens of feminism too, okay? Exploring all these topics. This one scared me. This one, I was very nervous reading at night. It freaked me out really bad because there's something really also creepy about the hotel that they're staying in that just freaked me out. So this one definitely scared me. If you're looking for something that's a little bit more scary of her books, it would be this one. And this one is very short too. I think it's probably her shortest one. It's less than 300 pages, so not bad at all. Really, really great story of friendship, female friendships, and, you know, obviously whatever's going on with Julie, right? So this is her very first book, The Return. Now, her newest book, Play Nice. So this is the haunted house story of Rachel Harrison's writing pool. And it features our main character, whose name is Cleo. She is a social media influencer and fashionista. And she has this dark past, though, because basically when her and her two older sisters were younger, and their parents got divorced, their mother, Alex, moved them into a house that was, according to the mother, possessed by a demon. A bunch of stuff happened in the house. Cleo was very young, doesn't remember a lot of it, but the older two sisters do. And the mom actually ended up writing like a book about it. And she's like really well known in like the haunted house, ghosts, paranormal world. So the beginning of the book, the mother dies. Alex dies. The sisters have not had any contact with her for a long time. They have a really great relationship with their dad. And Cleo does not want to leave the past in the past, even though her older sisters do. She finds that the mother has left the house to them. So she's like, you know what? I'm going to go to this house. I don't have a lot of trauma related to it. I'm going to get it cleaned out. I'm going to sell it, whatever, make some money off of it. We'll do what we need to do. You can probably see where this is going, right? So she goes to the house. She starts renovating it or whatever. And a lot of really creepy stuff starts to happen that makes her think either one of two things is happening. One, she's going absolutely crazy. Or two, her mom was right and there is a freaking demon in this house. So the thing that's really interesting that I love about this book is that, yes, it's about a house that is possibly haunted by a demon. But it's also about a family that is haunted by this divorce and the way that the father, who Cleo has always loved and who has taken care of her, she's starting to understand that the dynamic between her mother and her father was not everything that her dad said it was. That there was a lot of stuff that the dad did to the mom, gaslighting, stuff like that, to make her look bad in front of the eyes of the kids. And Cleo is dealing with all of that. And she's dealing with the fact that this relationship she had with her father may not be as solid and as pure as she thought it was. And maybe her mom wasn't crazy. Maybe her dad pushed her just a little bit too far. And that's all the kind of stuff that Cleo is dealing with in this book, which is very, very interesting. The other thing that I want to talk about with not just this book, but this book in particular, but really with all of Rachel Harrison's books, is her characters are so messy. I love it. They are so messy. Half the time I can't even decide, do I like this person? I would not want to be friends with this person in real life. This person is freaking toxic. I don't even know how I feel about it, but I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for their journey. I'm rooting for their discoveries. I want to know what's going to happen to these people because they feel so real. They are flawed, but they are so real. And I love that about her characters. They're phenomenal. So, highly recommend this one. Her brand new book, Play Nice, just came out. But again, go back and read some of her other books. There's not a whole lot of them. She's got a handful of books, and they're all phenomenal. But this is her very latest book. If you want to read about a demon possibly haunting a house with some really fantastic issues with family and sisterhood and women friendships, give this one a shot. Or anything by Rachel Harrison, because she rocks. Well, that's what I've got for you guys today. I hope that these books sound really cool, or that the author sounds really interesting, and maybe you want to give something of hers a try. If so, you can get them all from Farmington Community Library, so please feel free to put a hold on them and go ahead and pick them up. Thank you so very much for watching, my friends, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.